Hello, my name is attorney Johan Confidente, and today I will be talking about vacation management contract. And usually this type of contract will be offered to you by the developer when you buy a property in the Dominican Republic with the intention to operate it as a condo hotel. If you like this video, I would like to invite you to subscribe and like this video, and don't forget to click the notification button so you can get more videos like this. When you buy a pre-construction property in the Dominican Republic, most likely your contract is going to have a provision that would prohibit you from renting your property on your own. And if you're planning to renting your property, let's say you will put it for vacation rental, you will put it in the market for Airbnb and any kind of vacation rental. The contract will have a stipulation that will say that you're not allowed to rent the property on your own. Instead, you have to go through the designated company by the developer, which means that you can only rent your property through the developer. However, this contract, generally speaking, will not be ready at the time or the moment that you sign the promise of sale contract, meaning that it will be deferred to the end. Now, this is a very risky situation because now you are agreeing to a contract that you have no clue what it says. It is very interesting. It's very important to be assisted by a real estate lawyer that will have the necessary provisions in this contract to prevent you from any headache in the future, because now you're saying yes to a contract that you have not been presented yet. So it is important that you realize that signing this type of contract, you will then have to accept whatever terms and conditions you will find in the rental management contract that the developer will only present to you in the end when the property is ready to be delivered. That is a very risky situation that you should never be handling on your own, and you should always have an attorney to assist you to stipulate the necessary provisions and contingencies in this contract, not in the contract that you will sign at the end, because now we're talking about probably 2-3 years from the minute that you're signing the first contract, which is called the promise of sale contract. And let me just try to make an example here to facilitate the understanding of what I'm trying to explain. When you first show interest to buy a property in pre-construction, the very first document that you will sign is a reservation document. Right after the reservation document, and once your attorney has confirmed that everything is in good standing with the developer, that the paperwork is in good standing, and that there is no legal problem that might prevent you from getting this property transferred to your name, then you will go ahead and sign what we call a promise of sale contract. Within this contract, you're agreeing to purchase this property according to the terms and conditions that will be stipulated in the promise of sale contract, and the developer agrees to sell you the property under such condition. Now, when the property is finished, meaning that you also have completed paying the property in full, now we go forward and sign a definitive purchase contract. And this is when the property will be delivered and when you're now supposed to sign the rental agreement. But now it's too late, because now you have to accept whatever this contract says, because in the promise of sale contract, you have already accepted this rental management contract. That is a very risky situation, and you don't want to find yourself in a weak position after you paid off your property and now you have so many restrictions that you don't even feel that this property is yours. I highly encourage you to have a real estate lawyer. LCC lawyers will definitely always be your best option to accompany you in the journey of buying a property in the Dominican Republic, whether it's pre-construction or resale. But the more important is that you should never go through this process on your own. You should always have a real estate lawyer to help you navigate this process from start to finish. I hope this video was helpful for you. And if it was, I would like to see your comments and questions. And you got my number below so you can directly connect with me for any question or any concern that you might have.